Heyo, I was thinking about doing a video on Arfid. Arfid stands for Avoidant Restrictive Food Intake Disorder, and something that I haven't heard people talk about with Arfid is, at least maybe it's just something that happens with me, but I don't like swallowing pills, and I have like this fear of choking or it going up instead of down, which has happened before. So I just remembered that when I was doing the video, I realized that I didn't actually talk about why I brought up Arfid. Well, not that I brought it up, but that one of the main things for me with Arfid is I feel like I'm gonna choke when I take medicine. So unless it's dire, I don't like to take medicine. So unless I'm in like extreme pain or inflammation, or I know I'm gonna have a hard day at work unless I take like ibuprofen, I won't take it because I don't like the possibility that I will choke, and I really don't want to deal with that. I'm in the car right now, and I figured I would record myself since I'm thinking about it. There's a lot of food that I've started to restrict myself from eating again because it's gone up instead of down. And by up, I mean I have a deviated septum, and it like goes down, like it goes in the back of my throat, but it will go up and then come out my nose or get stuck back there, and it's just like scary. It's really scary and stressful. So yeah, I don't like taking medicine because of that, because I'm scared that it's gonna go up instead of down, which did happen once before. Some foods that I've started to restrict again is pasta, lettuce, because a few months ago I stopped eating lettuce because some of it went up and tried to go like through my nose. And the same with pasta. I was eating spaghetti not too long ago, and some noodles went up instead of down. And same with ramen. I've stopped eating ramen because I'm not talking about like the cheap stuff you get at Walmart. I like to get my ramen imported from Japan, and it's this website called Yami, not Yummy, Yami. You can get like sweet tea and stuff. I like getting, yeah, I think you've seen it on my channel, but I was thinking about putting this one on my AutisticEats channel, but I think I'll just keep it on this channel because, you know, I'm talking and I kind of want to, I'm not sure what I really want to do with that channel. I want to do the food stuff, but I also wanted to I wanted to cover how I make food tutorials. I wanted to do food reviews, not showing my face. Talking about foods that I eat because of Arfid, IBS, lactose intolerance, and etc. Today is a kind of stressful day because it's July 4th and I have PTSD and anxiety with loud noises, and so I have my loops in. Well, loop. These are just the engaged ones. I left my experience loops in the living room, and I didn't want to go get them, so I might get distracted and then I wouldn't do this video. But with Arfid, I have safe foods that I eat and they're called safe foods because there's a difference between safe food and comfort food. Safe food is like food that I eat that doesn't like upset my nervous system or like my stomach, and I can eat it because like it depends on what the food is though. Like some foods that I have, some safe foods that I have to regulate me again, like ice cream, which I have done another video on that. But I eat the same food every day. I eat Eggos with my coffee. I've done this for a long time. I used to do it like a lot more, but due to circumstances in living situations throughout my life, I have not been able to do that. So I started doing it again, I think about a year or two ago. It feels really nice having that back again. I ate potatoes, like strictly potatoes, for probably like 15 years. Not really much else. I started recently being open to trying new foods, and that is thanks to my husband. Win is his name. He has helped me. He never pushed me to like or forced me to eat foods that I don't like, but to just, his goal is to have me eat, like, to try foods, because there has been multiple times where my safe foods change, like the company changes the recipe, or they don't sell it anymore. They they don't make it anymore. So I have to find a new thing, and it's really dysregulating and upsetting. And so if I have options, I make it sound like a lot easier than it is, but getting to this point in my life where I can, I'm not always like that either. The majority of the time I'm not, but I have started to become more open to the idea of trying new foods, because there's been so many times where I haven't been able to have my safe food because it's changed, and like consistency, texture, taste sometimes, and if I have multiple options, then it won't be as bad as if I have no options other than just my safe food. I've recently discovered hummus, and I never wanted to try it because, you know, it's not at all something that I could see myself eating. That's not accurate description, but Aldi's, we have an Aldi's near us, and they have a bunch of different flavors, types of hummus, and tried this fire roasted red pepper hummus, and I really liked it. Wayne got it for himself, but I was like, I want to try that. I don't know. I have kind of been curious for a few years, but we just found hummus. Like, he loves hummus and kibbe. That's something that he grew up on. And his mom was really big into Mediterranean food. But recently, within like, I think a month ago, not even a month. Well, maybe a month. No, I don't know. I don't think it's been a month. No, actually, I think it's been a couple weeks, because I think on my birthday, I decided to try it. And Wynn was watching me, like, she's like, well, it's hard to explain because you're not there, obviously, but, I'm sitting at the table in the other room where we eat, and I'm trying it with some pita bread that is also at Aldi's, and he's like not trying to like visually like have me notice that he's watching me, because he wants to see my reaction to the hummus because he loves it, and he knows me more than I know myself. So he said he knows all my expressions and he knows what I'm thinking, and I'm like, I only have like 2 expressions, so I don't know. I guess I have 3. I don't know. I have watching myself over here. Anyway, yeah, he's watching me, and I surprised him because he didn't think I was gonna like it. He usually is like, knows if I like bite textures and stuff, and he already tried this hummus, so I don't know. I think he said that he didn't think that I was gonna like it, but I did. I actually really liked it. But if you have IBS, you can't. Chickpeas, that's what hummus is. It's like chickpeas. And if you eat too much, it can seriously do you harm. So be careful. Also, if it's bad, like it's gone bad, it can really mess up your stomach and make you sick. So for anyone watching this and is like, oh yeah, I want to eat some hummus, I want to try some hummus, just like maybe look into it before you start eating. But I really liked it, and I was hesitant on trying different flavors, but Aldi's does have a lot of flavors, and I was thinking maybe I should try, just, you know, I've started the thing that's helped me with like trying new foods and stuff. The way I process is, that helps me with it, is thinking of it as like gathering data. Like maybe in a video game, that would be a good analogy. Like, you know, like those games where you're researching or trying to figure out what something is, and you have to like scan it. I forgot what the name of the water game is, but you're scanning stuff to figure out information on it. I basically do that with trying new food. That doesn't mean I want to do it all the time. It doesn't mean I always want to do it, but it does help me to be more open with trying food. So that was one of the things I want to do with the AutisticEats now, is I want to try different hummus, but I want to get used before I start doing that, I want to get used to having hummus, because I just have like this tiny little bit of hummus and it makes me poop the next day, and it gives me the densest farts. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. But, and I've limited it to myself too. I've never had to limit myself eating foods before, but I'm really glad that I decided, and I have been very adamant about it, only getting one time a day to eat hummus, because I don't want to feel bad like that. I don't want to have some more stomach problems than I usually do. I really like canned carrots. I get these, well, one gets these canned carrots from Aldi's, and to tell you how much I enjoy eating canned carrots, that's all I wanted for my birthday. I wanted money to use to get canned carrots. But no, actually, I had changed it originally, after saying that I had wanted that for my birthday. Oh no, I think I said I wanted that for Christmas. I think that's what it was. I wanted that for Christmas. But nobody gave me that, because I guess that's weird. But anyway, well, I like, if you give me money, then I can go and get exactly what I know I like and what I want. And nobody likes to do that, I guess. The only way people like to give gifts is if it is like them giving the gift, which I don't really understand. I've never been that kind of person where I liked getting gifts, because 98% of the, well, I'm not counting when, but 98% of the time, I would say almost maybe 100% of the time, people don't get me the thing that I want, if they get me anything. I don't like surprises either. I went off. Canned carrots from Aldi's is amazing. But they make me poop. So I don't like pooping. I don't like chicken nuggets. I like chicken tenders. Or I discovered chicken sticks. They're really good. I cut them up. I put pepper on them. If you have never had Penzey's, I think it's Indian whole Tellicherry peppercorns, you're really missing out. It's like, so I love pepper, black pepper, but this, you know, black pepper has like a taste. You can taste it, but the chefs use this, the Penzey's whole Tellicherry peppercorns. They use, I showed them on my AutisticEats channel when I did, I think, the last sandwich. They don't really have a taste. It's like heat, like, but not like spicy. It's like, it's hard to explain. It took me a little bit to get used to, though, because I like the taste of pepper. This doesn't have a taste, but it changes, and it's like normal, like pepper, the ground pepper you get like at the store, like McCormick, whatever. It like tastes like pepper, and it doesn't like really enhance anything. But this has like it enhances the food. Like whatever you put it on, it makes it taste like you get like a lean cuisine, or not lean cuisine specifically, but like a frozen TV dinner, and you put this pepper on it, and it tastes like something that you'd get at like a restaurant. It's like, you probably think I'm like exaggerating, but I'm really not. I'm not like being autistic or anything. I'm just like, you have to like, you have to buy some, and you have to try it out yourself, because it'll blow your mind. And I will leave a link to that in the description, and this is not a sponsor or anything. I legitimately feel very strongly about this. I do recommend getting a pepper grinder, though, like a peppercorn grinder. The one I have is a bit expensive. I'm not even sure. The one I bought, it was on Amazon. I think it was the last one, so I'll have to check and see if, let me write that down. It's called a Peppermill, I think. Pepper... I don't know if you can see, but I'm painting again. I have one right to. I'm wanting to one of my passions has always been art, and I'm trying to do that again. I want to submit my art into some galleries, but to do that you have to have like, apparently I have to have 20 art pieces, an art statement, and an art Instagram, which I've done that one. I had an old one, I deleted it because it made me sad, it made me depressed to watch it, like look at my art and stuff, because I had a wrist injury from work that made it to where I couldn't do any art related anything. I'm still having trouble with it, but it is so much better than it used to be. But I still have to stop. That's why I like oils, because if you paint with oil paint, you don't have to immediately finish the art. You can like work on it for like days, weeks at a time. It takes like 2 weeks to dry. It can take longer if you have a lot of paint on there. But acrylics I also like, but most of the stuff that I want to do is like not just an easy painting. I don't like to have like a time limit when I do art, and that's why I like oils. But with acrylics, I could just like work on it like immediately, but with oils you have to wait for layers to dry to be able to add more. I did a photo shoot for the Autism Foundation of Oklahoma recently, and as soon as the photos come out, I'm gonna post them to this channel. I might even change my profile photo for the channel depending on what photos were taken. I had to do a bunch of random things like holding objects, and they had me doing like activities like pretending to talk on a Zoom call. I thought that was really strange, but it was funny because they had like group photos and Win was in the other room, and they had us like pretend to laugh because you know you have to do it in the moment, like but it was so awkward and weird doing it, and I felt like I failed at it. And I know that they said we did a good job and everything, but I think they just said that. But then we did individual and family photos, and I had Win there with me, and when I was doing the individual one, that's when they had me do a Zoom, pretend to do a Zoom call, and they had me hold stuff, and Win was in there that time, and thankfully, because they were like, just talk like you're on a Zoom call, and I'm like, I can't play pretend. I have to be doing, like, I can't pretend to do stuff. So Win was like, hey Maya, how you doing? And then I was like responding to him while I was looking at the laptop, and they really, like, it worked because he was talking to me and I was responding. So I'm really glad because it helped. But yeah, I look forward to seeing those photos. They said that they were gonna take a few weeks to get like developed for their website, and for the family ones that I did with Win. It's funny because we just did our wedding ceremony and we got a professional photo shoot. I'll put them up. I don't know if you're interested, but I'll also put a link to my artistic Instagram, but I don't have anything on there right now. So, no worries. Hope everyone's doing okay.
if y'all are ready for this. All right, you ready?
All
you
right,
ready to do it?
All right.
Let's get it on! My wife, she goes by Master Blaster. If she could, she'd legally change her name to Master Blaster. My wife, she goes by Master Blaster. If she could, she'd legally change her name to Master Blaster. My wife, she goes by Master Blaster. If she could, she'd legally change her name to Master Blaster. My wife, she goes by Master Blaster. If she could, she'd legally change her name to Master Blaster. My wife eats only potatoes, burgers with only ketchup and mayo, salads of lettuce, hold up tomato, and then some chimkin, only white though. She makes faces when you least expect, and she will treat you with utmost respect. But if you fuck with her the wrong way, she'll force you to be or the right way. My wife, she goes by Master Blaster. If she could, she'd legally change her name to Master Blaster. My wife, she goes by Master Blaster. If she could, she'd legally change her name to Master Blaster. Every day for her, ice cream calls. If you let her walk, she'll probably fall. But I'll be there to catch her when she does, because that's what you do when you're in love. But I'm serious when I say she'll kick your ass. Thank God I can always make her laugh, because if it was the other way around, 5,000%, I wouldn't be here right now. Yeah, let that beat play.
I made that one myself.
Okay.
All right.
She squeals when she sees something she likes. She squeals when her dog Jack is in sight. Obsessing over the darkness of night, she'll stop in her tracks and say,
Got a light. Got a light.
My wife, she goes by Master Blaster. If she could, she'd legally change her name to Master Blaster. My wife, she goes by Master Blaster. If she could, she'd legally change her name to Master Blaster. My wife, she goes by Master Blaster. If she could, she'd legally change her name to Master Blaster. My wife, she goes by Master Blaster. If she could, she'd go, ah!